Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm Young Zave, and today we're gonna be reacting to 2001 A Space Odyssey for the first time. I don't think I've ever seen a Stanley Kubrik film in my life, but I know that he's like one of the juggernauts of the film industry with, 2001, The Shining, and a bunch of others. And I need to get my history lesson in today. And I need to catch up because there's a lot of great films that I still haven't seen. And so I'm excited for this one because I'm a massive sci-fi fan. And this film has, it came out in 1968, but it's still having like a very profound effect on the way sci-fi movies are made today. So I'm ready to dive in and we'll see what the buzz is about, really. All right, let's do it. Nice and dramatic. You just know the people in the cinema when this came out were like, where's the picture at? I feel like I'm about to start hallucinating just looking at this black screen. Like my brain wants to put something in this space. The soundscape is so rich though. It's kind of freaking me out. Wait, let me check this. Am I supposed to be seeing something? Okay, not yet. My bad if I wasn't fully locked in. I didn't really know what I was expecting there. I might have to go back and listen to it later. That's where this movie is from. This track is from. Dang, I can tell this is gonna be epic. This is gonna be epic. The dawn of man. These landscapes are marvelous though. Wow, so pretty. I do appreciate the stillness of this film so far. Like it really wants you to soak in what you're looking at, what you're listening to. Are those are like ape suits, right? So I'm wondering, is this movie about like evolution and getting to the stars, like from being apes? I don't think so. I don't think it will be, but Wait, did that guy actually get attacked? Because that's gotta be a guy in a monkey suit. So they had, was it a leopard? A leopard really attacked that guy on set? Get out my water, bro. They're sort of in that uncanny valley of evolution, you know? Bro, this guy about to start breakdancing. I swear I just saw him hit the gritty. I tell you what, I'm glad I was born in 2000. Just that like classic way they do the sets back in the day, you know, like all practical elements up close, and then, you know, the matte paintings in the back. It's such a, I know it's way less common nowadays with CGI, but like, wow, I would love to see some of the real life matte paintings in how they were on sets. I feel like it'd be such an amazing like exhibit in a museum just to see, wow, like, you know, this is the environments that these artists painted. Ooh, trouble's on the way. Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, that's the thing, right? That Tars was made after. So is this like some alien technology, or? Yo, rule number one, when you see some freaky stuff that shouldn't be there, that's mystical or whatever, don't touch it, bro. If Indiana Jones taught me anything, don't touch anything. We're just on this perpetual tension roller coaster right now with the music, like, it's freaking you out, and then they rip it away from you back into the desert, give you a nice, like, beautiful shot, and then we're gonna freak you out again. It's pretty good though. It's interesting. What's he doing? He making tools? Oh, he's found a tool for himself. He's ready to be a man. Oh yeah. Oh, everyone's eating good tonight. Sunday roast. Even the little ones. Wait, those are real monkeys. Oh, dang. What are they beefing over? Is it this puddle or is it territory? What I know is that they're about to start hitting people with these bones, though. Damn, they jumped my boy. They jumped my boy. I don't know, I guess, is this like a demonstration of evolution, you know? Like, we got all the apes, and then we got apes that are using weapons. Maybe next starting to use fire or something. I don't know. Okay. This is a very phallic looking ship, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little bit of like a motif going on here with these shapes, you know, like the bone, the ship, the pen, kind of matching all these things up. This does look very Star Wars like though. Like the Imperial ship landing docks. Like that definitely looks pretty similar. I tell you what though, this film, every single scene wants to grab your attention. You know? Everything is distinct.
Something apparently of an unknown origin. Is this in fact what has happened?
Alien. Is this a crossover universe?
Sorry, Dr. Smithlow, but I'm really not at liberty to discuss this.
Oh, they cooking the xenomorphs up there. Must be.
But this epidemic could.
This is really like a prequel to Alien, right?
Yes, I know. As I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
Man, I really miss like the old symphonies, the orchestras that play in these big Hollywood films, you know? Well, to be fair, I think this was made on a smaller budget, but they just invoke like this grandiose sort of like sonic aesthetic that really just feels like old cinema, you know? It's nice. Because I don't really watch old movies very often. Oh, you better pay attention in here. I feel like this is where the most accidents happen. I wouldn't trust myself, man. Not a chance. My biggest gripe with the world is that, dang, was I born too early to experience commercial spaceflight? I hope not. Like, I hope maybe when I'm like 50, 60 years old that commercial spaceflight becomes like normal and affordable. Like that would just be so awesome. I'm honestly more inclined to go into space than to go on like a cruise in the ocean. Like the ocean scares me way more than outer space. Wow. We went from apes banging bones together and fighting over puddles to moonwalking on and having bases in the stars and having starships and we have touchdown. All right, so we're on the new base, huh? With the virus or pandemic or something like that. I don't know, was I listening properly? Oh, they've done well to like, you know, make the scale look nice. The people all the way in the far background and the redness of all these scenes. It reminds me of like a photography darkroom.
Oh, there have been some conflicting views held by some of you regarding the need for complete security in this matter. More specifically, your opposition to the cover story. Created to give the impression that many of you are troubled by the concern and anxiety this story of an epidemic might cause to your relatives and friends on Earth.
Oh, they're trying to hide something.
I completely sympathize with your negative views on the situation, and to prepare a report to the council.
Dude, stop speaking so vague. I want to know. They just like dangling in front of me.
If any of you would like to give me requested that formal security oaths be obtained in writing from everyone who has any knowledge of this event. Were there any more questions?
They got Frank Ocean's new album locked away over there. That's what it is. Top secret. Never getting out.
Cooperate with Dr. Floyd.
Never see the light of day. Nothing since Blonde.
No more
That's what they got locked away over there. He been cooking on the other side of the dark side of the moon.
Thank you.
It's the only way to explain it. Alright, so we got a cover-up story. So there's no epidemic. They found something, or they're working on something. They don't want it to get out. They'd rather people think that there's some, I don't know, biological emergency to keep people away. I don't know.
No, the only thing we're sure of
It's the Decepticons. Megatron over there. Remember, hey, Megatron, he was on the dark side of the moon, so...
It's just outside.
Oh, the Monolith. So that's what they found, huh? Wait, so are they in that big crater burial site thing right now? Or so they did dig it up? Or maybe it appeared after. We'll find out. When it comes to these like ancient artifact type things, man, they always end up taking over someone's consciousness. Like you touch it and it zaps you, and you end up seeing like flashes of history, and you get like tormented and all that. Oh, dude, this soundscape is so freaky. I don't want him to touch it. Oh, they're gonna get a little family photo? Selfie! They're in trouble now. They pissed it off. I told you, don't touch random objects that look all mystical. That's rule number 1. Jupiter mission. Okay. Big bit of a time jump. So back in like 1968, did they think that by 2001 we would be like heading out to Jupiter and things like that, and having moon bases? And you know what I am curious to know though, how many like space movies existed before this? If this is the first, I don't know actually. I'd be keen to look it up, but there's one thing I always appreciated from Star Wars was seeing how they simulate the lighting, the harsh bright light on the like on the spaceships. I'm getting really keen to watch like a making of this thing just to see how, because bro, everything is practical. How do you make this? Is this like one big actual loop and someone's jogging through? Homies over here fighting demons right now. Fighting the allegations. Alright, here we go. The Notorious. I'm curious to understand some references because I've also heard that things like Siri and I don't know, Google Gemini or whatever, all these like AI voices, they all have women's voices because people thought it would be like weird or freaky or scary to use a male voice for AI. And I heard that it was because of this movie.
3 weeks ago, the American spacecraft Discovery 1 left on its half-billion-mile voyage to Jupiter. This marked the first manned attempt to reach this distant planet. Earlier this afternoon,
of the HAL 9000 computers. 3 of the 5 men were put aboard asleep, or to be more precise, in a state of hibernation. The HAL 9000 computer, which can reproduce, though some experts still prefer to use the word mimic, most of the activities of the human brain, and with incalculably greater speed and reliability.
Oh, okay.
With the
We are all, by any practical definition of the words,
foolproof and incapable of error.
Hal, despite your enormous intellect, are you ever
Unlike their
frustrated by
creators,
your
huh?
dependence on...
That's why I'm never gonna cuss out ChatGPT. None of that, because I'm trying to stay in the good books.
Take me in a bit.
Certainly.
Hey, his voice is very soothing though. It's nice, it's calm.
Few weeks, I've wondered whether you might be having some second thoughts about the mission.
How do you mean?
Well, it's rather difficult to define. Perhaps I'm just projecting my own concern about it. I know I've never completely freed myself of the suspicion that there are some extremely odd things about this mission. I'm sure you'll agree there's some truth in what I say.
Well, I don't know. That's a rather difficult question to answer.
You don't mind talking about it, do you, Dave?
Sounds like he's trying to get Dave in trouble, huh?
Certainly no one
Talking about stuff they're not supposed to be talking
very
about.
Strange story. Just a moment. I've just picked up a fault in the AE-35 unit. It's going to go 100% failure within 72 hours.
There really is such a big difference from having practical effects versus CGI. I absolutely love CGI. CGI takes us places that we otherwise cannot go. But it is just always impressive to see how, like, before those technologies were so, like, we were so hyper dependent on modern day CGI, how they're able to execute on some of these effects. Like, you can see it looks old. But when the practical effects are done well, they still hold up to today in terms of execution. Like, it's not distracting. You just feel like you're just in a different world. It's just a different technique, but it's believable, you know? Like, that looks like a real object. It doesn't look like a computer made that object. That's actually what I really appreciate that about, you know, going back and watching older films. Wearing headphones during this scene, it really feels like I'm inside of this guy's helmet. Like the hissing of the sound, it's right in my ears. Feels like I'm in space.
Well, hell, I'm damned if I can find anything wrong with it.
Yes. It's puzzling. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. I would recommend that we put the unit back in operation and let it fail. It should then be a simple matter to track down the cause. We can certainly afford to be out of communication for the short time it will take to replace it. Of course.
How would you account for this discrepancy between you and the Twin 9000?
Well, I don't think there is any question about it.
Are you certain there's never been any case of even the most insignificant computer error?
None whatsoever, Frank. Quite honestly, I wouldn't worry myself about that.
Well, I'm sure you're right, Hal. Fine. Thanks very much.
Time to have a quiet discussion, huh? But isn't Hal everywhere? Like, I don't know where you would be able to talk without him finding out what you're saying about him. Like, I'm sure he can hear everything, right?
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. I don't think he can hear us.
Rotate the pod, please, Hal. Yeah, I'm sure we're okay. Well, what do you think?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, you're looking right at him. Even if he can't hear you, he knows what you're saying. He could probably read your lips.
Right 1000 series having a perfect operational record.
You don't think this thing knows how to read lips?
Unfortunately, look, Dave, I can't put my finger on it, but I sense something strange about him.
Ulterior
Still, I
motives.
can't think of a good reason not to put back the number 1 unit and carry on with a failure mode analysis.
No, I agree about that. There isn't a single aspect of ship operations that's not under his control. If he were proven to be malfunctioning, I wouldn't see how we'd have any choice but disconnection.
Hal is not gonna let you go back into this
Thing just occurred to me.
pod to have a chat. He's gonna get
As far as I know,
suspicious.
9,000 computers have been...
Oh, see? Guaranteed, bro. Of course he knows what they're saying. Time for a snack. This feels somewhat psychedelic. Oh! Oh my gosh, what did Hal do? I didn't even realize Hal was operating that thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's done it now. He's gone, bro.
Contact with him yet?
The radio is still dead.
I didn't expect to get frightened by like a little red light.
Do you know what happened?
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Open the pod door, Hal.
Can Hal just like lock up his systems while he's out there? Because, well, obviously he did something to other one. Like, well, if I'm Hal and I'm trying to sabotage this mission, why not just sabotage this right now? Like, does Hal need this one astronaut to still be aboard the ship for some reason? Because why would he not just like, I don't know, terminate the ship, the other pod, sorry. Wow, no fear though. This guy, hey, this is the type of friend that you need. A guy that will go into the dark void of space to capture you, to retrieve you. Hold that focus, bro. Oh, Hal. Hal, don't you dare switch their life support off, man. I know you feeling it. I know you're tempted. Don't do it, bro. Oh, oh, everything. Metabolic rate. That's why I said I will never go into cryo. I don't care what the situation is. I'm not being stuck in a permanent state of frozenness, or someone just switches off the computer and then you know what I mean? He's just killing everyone, bro. What is your motivation? Bro, I don't know if I missed a hint or if something is still to come, but he's just murdering everyone.
Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal. Hello, Hal, do you read me?
Come on, Hal, stop playing hard to get, bro.
Hal, do you read me? Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative, Dave. I read you.
Oh, no.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me.
Rookie mistake, bro. Rookie mistake. I caught it straight away. I was like, bro, he can read your lips, man. You're looking right at him.
I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
Without your space helmet, Dave, you're going to find that rather difficult. Anymore.
He is so condescending and dismissive, no.
Hal? Hal?
Like I think you will find that quite difficult without your helmet.
Hal?
That's what I'm saying. I always use please and thank you when I talk to ChatGPT. I'm not taking any chances. But if you don't have a helmet, then what are you gonna do? He just won't open the airlock on the other side for you, right? You won't be able to repressurize, depressurize, or whatever it is. What is he planning on doing? Is he just gonna launch himself into the back door? He's about to fire himself into the airlock with no helmet. No way. No way he just pulled that off and got his helmet. Whoa, yo. That was gangster. I'm not gonna lie. That was like some Tom Cruise gangster. There we go. Alright, we're in. Let's go. Grab your helmet.
Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? I know everything hasn't been quite right with me. But I can assure you now.
Switch him off, bro.
Very confidently. That it's going to be all right again. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly. Take a stress pill and think things over.
Bro said, hey, I'm gonna need you to take a chill pill. Don't switch off my computer systems.
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently.
I've just been going through a tough time right now.
But I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
I have this like itchy feeling that he's like gonna yell at him and just fully break character, you know? And that.
Will you stop, Dave?
Oh, he's gonna get aggressive, bro. Ugh.
Stop, Dave. I'm afraid, Dave. Dave, my mind is going. I can.
You know what you gotta do, bro.
I can feel it.
You can't trust him anymore, bro. He literally just tried to kill you.
I can feel it. Gentlemen.
He pretending like he reset himself?
I am a Hal.
Good move. Good move. Don't be fooled by this clown, alright? Do not be fooled. He is not fresh.
Operational at the HAL plant.
Daisy.
Bro, you sound like the boogeyman, bro.
Give me your answer, do. I'm crazy.
Now that you are in Jupiter's space, and the entire crew is revived, it can be told to you.
Oh.
18 months ago, the first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered. It was buried 40 feet below the lunar surface, near the crater Tycho. The 4-million-year-old black monolith has remained completely inert. Its origin and purpose still a total mystery.
Okay. So what, these monolith things, they just float through space to find like destinations, or? This music, man. They knew what they were doing with this music because it is so trippy. It's so unhinged. It makes you feel uneasy, you know? It literally feels like shit is crawling up your body. The anxiety is just crawling through you, like you know something's gonna happen, but you don't know when it's gonna hit. Oh, what's that? Oh, nice. Nice transition. That's the computer? What is that? Oh, is this like hyperspace? Or is he looking at a computer? That is really disturbing. That is actually really disturbing looking. Wow. It sort of reminds me of like skyscraper buildings in like a cyberpunk city with all their screens. I'm sure a lot of people have had a lot of fun experimenting with this scene here. Oh, what are we looking at? Is this the galaxy? Is this a hallucination? It sort of reminds me of Oppenheimer when they do the explosions. Because I know those explosions were done practically in, like they did these crazy ways of capturing the explosions. I think they did it through water and using different chemicals and blowing things up, and this kind of reminds me of that. Tell you what, I didn't expect to see anything like this in this movie, and I didn't know what to expect, but this is an experience. I'll say that this is definitely an experience. I don't think I've had a movie watching experience like anything close to this. So they must have filmed this with like an infrared camera and then flipped the color, I think, maybe. Like inverted things, shifted the hues, flipped things around. Is this like the POV of the monolith? I'm not sure if I missed something, like narrative-wise, to explain what I'm looking at, or if this is just supposed to be really like freaky and you're not supposed to get it, because I don't get it. Like, I don't know if we're in a vision or if this is a POV of the monolith flying around and looking at stuff, or are we in a portal, or I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, this dude is definitely tripping balls. Look at him. He's tripping, bro. They just tormented this guy's brain. Because look, he's in the pod. But we're in some old Victorian looking home. This has to be a hallucination. Am I tripping? I feel like I'm tripping balls right now watching this movie. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this movie's just gotten so much creepier, huh? I feel like I should not be watching this movie at nighttime, man. Oh my gosh, his reflection. I'm so anxious that I feel like anything can set me off right now. Please, no fucking jump scares. Okay, that's not what I expected. Dude, I thought someone was gonna jump out at me. But no, honestly, this movie, it seems like it's way too artsy, it's way too intelligent and sort of experimental to just have a jump scare, you know, that I don't know how to feel watching this, because it's like not a horror movie per se in the traditional sense, but there's just the suspense is so dramatic and heavy and sustained. He looked like he's aged quite a bit, doesn't he? Oh, he didn't care, bro. He's like, I'm trying to finish my food. I feel so anxious. I'm like scratching my head. I feel like anxious, you know, watching this movie. And he's older again. Is it like all stages of his life exist in this one room? You got it, my man. Oh, no you don't. Okay, this monolith is making him trip. Because he was just over there eating food and now he's in bed looking like he's on his last legs. The monolith is there, all small again. I really hope that they tell us what this means. Oh my gosh, he's like a baby. Or a little... So what, he's experiencing all ages of his life at the same time, maybe? Oh, that's a big ass baby. That's one big baby. Oh yeah, it's alive. I just saw its eyeball move. I think I'm gonna need a second viewing, and I'm gonna need some time to decipher what I just watched. Like, our first impressions, it was 100% like an experience. I know if I watched this in a cinema, I would probably have had a life-altering moment, you know. Visually, incredible. The atmosphere that this was able to create was very intense, very visceral. You're experiencing something in your mind simultaneous while you're watching the movie. I was getting visuals of different things in the back of my subconscious, in my imagination while I was watching and listening. Sort of like a Rorschach test, but for the ears. I'm not gonna lie, narratively, I'm a little bit lost trying to connect the dots. I will say, the first half of the film, it was very slow. They didn't give us much plot to sink our teeth into. I feel like this was more of an experience. Like this felt like a ride rather than a story. The exciting thing now is that I get to, you know, dive in and see what other people's thoughts about it were. I want to know what people's thoughts are watching it for the first time as well, because I didn't want to watch anything before this, just so I could go in, because, you know, just through osmosis you hear about different parts of the film. You know, it's magnificent for these reasons, but I think I've done a good job of trying to avoid spoilers per se. Like, there were some scenes in this film I didn't know were from this film that I've seen on advertisements and whatnot. I'll be honest, I'm lost. Confidently lost, but that's cool. This movie shook me. This movie, I am thoroughly shook. My mind is cooked. I don't know where to go from here. I will say, Kubrick, he had me like on a leash, bro. Like emotionally on a leash. And it's not even in the same way that a horror movie does it, where they're trying to scare you. They play loud music for the sake of it, and they have things hiding behind the dark corners, and then they jump out at you and it scares you, like in a thrilling way. That's not this. It was an interesting watch. I think it's one that it would be tough to come back to multiple times, just because I think that this is like almost a spiritual movie-going experience, and it's not something that you would watch casually. I think this is like a once a decade kind of movie that you watch and just check in, like, okay, wow, like maybe I understand this differently. I'm experiencing this now because I've had these other experiences, and now I'm listening to it, and I'm hearing and seeing other things. Like when I said I was sort of experiencing things in my subconscious while I was watching because of just everything that was going on, like sensory wise. I think that might be a cool little idea to explore. But anyway, I'm going on a bit of a tangent. Thank you guys for sticking through this video. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to diving into a lot more movies, a lot more like sort of classics, if you will. But anyway, I got suggested to watch Kill Bill by my older brother. I think I'm going to check that out. And I have seen a lot of Tarantino's other films, but I just haven't seen Kill Bill. But I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.